getting race gas for the event. Gotta show all the McLaren owners what time it is.
All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me.
Alright guys, this is the new shop Urus. This isn't my new daily driver. We're going to be playing with it, doing some development on it. I needed something a little bit more comfortable than the McLaren that I could use every day. Obviously, we do so much R&D on my own McLarens that they spend a lot of time off the road so I can keep your cars on the road. So this is the new utility vehicle. We're going to be going through all the stages with it, stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3. So this will be a little 1,000 horsepower daily driven SUV. You reckon this is the ultimate SUV? Let me know what you guys think I should do with it in the comments below. Really good daily. It's a bit stiff. My friend actually warned me. He was like, get the S, don't get the perf, it's really stiff. But yeah, it's weird because the McLarens, even though it's a supercar, it's more comfortable. Not more comfortable, it's less stiff than this. But yeah, it is pretty stiff. I was quite surprised. How I have it set up is in Eagle mode. You can set it up so the engine and the gearbox are in sport mode, so the engine's loud, the gearbox is responsive, and the steering wheel and the suspension are in comfort. So I have it set up like that, and I daily like that, and it's okay. The opportunity arose. One of our clients was offloading one of his Uruses, or one of his cars, to make space for another car. It happened to be the Urus. It was a great price from a great friend. I just had to snap it up, you know. This is one that we already did a stage 1+ on, so it's already got downpipes. Wicked car. The color on it it's actually a really special color. It's called Verde Gia, but Verde Gia is a matte color, so it's an ad personam color. You need to pay Lambo for the ad personam color, but this is Verde Gia metallic, right? So it's a special ad personam color, custom painted by Lambo in gloss, basically. We're going to be doing some bits and bobs to it, so I'll start off with wheels. I'll put an intake on it. We have the Venturi intakes here already for it, actually. I'll also put a set of PWR intercoolers on it, because in Dubai you need as much cooling as you get. And then I might do the headers. Might do the turbos, I'll see. But I love it the way it is. You don't really need much more power in an SUV, but I always say this, and I end up doing it anyway. So let's see. All right, bye. So we've just had this GT3 RS 2025 roll into the shop. It's also getting an Akrapovic exhaust system, so we'll be pulling the exhaust out and putting a new one in. Unfortunately, they sound so tame from the factory, so once we put an Akrapovic in there, it's going to sound much better. We're sending this off for some cosmetic upgrades, and with it being a 992 Gen 1 3 RS, some of them can be tuned and some of them can't. Clients asked us if we can tune it. I'm just going to check that out now, and if we can tune it, then once it comes back from its cosmetic upgrades, we will be tuning it as well. This particular one was a 2025 car, so it was registered in February this year. Being a 2025 car, the ECUs are locked and they cannot be tuned. It's a European car as well, that's really important to note. European and US specs are different. European cars have got OPF filters, so we couldn't tune the ECU, so we couldn't touch the OPFs, we couldn't touch the headers. We put an Akrapovic exhaust onto it, which goes on after the OPF filters, and it wakes the car up a little bit, you know. It still retains stock exhaust flap functionality, it doesn't give you any error codes, doesn't need any tuning, and it adds about 15 horsepower and a bunch more sound. We are very close to having a tuning solution for this car. I think we're about a couple of weeks out. Once we can tune it, we'll be able to put map switching on the ECU, we'll be able to install headers, remove that OPF, remove the cats, and get some nice flames out of it as well.
Mohammed, fortunately today we have enough money now to give you overtime. So today you can do too much overtime.
What?
Yeah, you can do too much, all day, all night overtime.
No, I saw you say we doesn't have money to give you so that's why you will not do overtime.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough money. We need money.
Yeah, we need, but overtime. Yeah, okay.
Overtime equal money.
So, yeah, we can do now. We can finish it before 7 o'clock.
No, but this one also need finish, and the black one.
There's guys, they will finish it.
But they're your friend.
Yeah, my friends, they will finish the other cars.
With you, with your help.
I'm here with my love.
But this one also your love.
Huh?
This one, you have four.
This is Chris love.
You have 4 love.
No, I just have one.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
But
you need to treat them all equal.
But this is the best.
You can't do that. You need to treat equal.
Chris will do it. I'm looking for one boss. I didn't find. No. Overtime. Never. No. We will go after 13 minutes. 30 minutes. Sorry. Unfortunately, today have.
Just wrapping up this Stage 2 765LT. It's got a rift system on it. I still think the stock system sounds a bit better than the rift system. It's got downpipes, air inlets, air filters, and a tune. It makes just under 800 wheel and 575 foot-pounds. As it cools down a bit, going into the winter, as you know, the turbos get a bit happier, it'll make a little bit more torque, but it's bang on the money, exactly what they should make. This car was a retune, so it was already tuned before. It made similar power before. I believe it was 760, 770 wheel before. Nothing crazy. On the stock engine, we only pushed them so far, but it is a much nicer curve now than what it was before. I'm super psyched about this one. This one came in with the incorrect battery fitted to it. So this is a 765 LT, we retuned it, fitted turbo inlet. Basically it had been tuned elsewhere, but it was a mess. Fixed it up, put all the correct hardware on there, put our software on there, stage 2. It now has injectors, an E99 tune, so we just filled the tank up with E99. But this had an interesting issue. The interior had been redone, and with this being Dubai, the owner got scammed. He dropped his car in to get the interior done, and it took them 3 months, I think they had the car for. Anyway, gets the car back, battery's not working. So what do? They put a non-original McLaren battery in there, and to hide the fact that it was a non-original McLaren battery, they coded the battery out from the car. So McLarens have battery coding on the battery, on the body control module. It depicts what type of battery it is, but what a lot of people don't know is just changing the battery type doesn't mean that the battery will now function correctly. So on this particular 765, it had been changed to a lead acid battery, so we corrected the coding. I'm not gonna lie, I was hitting my head off a wall for a week trying to figure out what it could be. We reset all the software, ran all the software updates, put the correct battery in. But one of the symptoms of having the incorrect battery in is it won't show you battery percentage. It'll just show you no numbers. If it shows you no numbers instead of battery fault was common, you know, the 2 red dashes. But on this particular one, it was just showing no numbers, and it wasn't showing a battery fault. As McLarens rely so heavily on battery percentage, it wouldn't switch the ignition on unless you press the brake pedal really hard. That means the car's in sleep mode to preserve the battery, because it doesn't know what the battery percentage is. Anyway, recoded it, now it's coded for a lithium-ion battery. Battery is now functioning well, and now we're going to take it out for some E99 logs. I think this might have been the most interesting one yet. I was almost about to give up, yet to be defeated by a McLaren.